Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Let's Have a Pint. Today we have Brown Cow from Carson's Brewery. It is American Brown Ale. It is 5% alcohol, 32 IBUs. So get a good look at the can here. So the description for this beer on Untappd is Brown Cow herds forth a complex biscuit and dark toast aroma. A beige head corrals the brilliant copper brown beer. 7 different malts with balancing hops round out the medium dry finish. Amazing. This cow won't steer you wrong. So, let's get into it and let's see if that's true, and I hope it is. Well, the last one I reviewed was the Muju's milk stout, and that was insanely disappointing. Let's get this up further for you guys. There's a good head. So this one's gonna have a pretty good head on it. Poured that a little too hard because I still got some left, but as of right now we got almost 3 finger worth of head, about 2.5. It's a beige head. Alright, so this one, this guy has a lot of head to him, especially if you pour it like that, like an asshole. Alright, so now on Untappd, this gets a 3.55, which is a better rating than the last one got, and that is hopeful. I like what I'm smelling. It's almost like candy sweet on the head. But that's really all I get. I can definitely tell that there's more than one kind of malt in there. I wonder what kind of hop they used, though, because I think I can get that out of there as a more one of the more sweeter hops. But that smell is very good. Alright. Get a slight bit of light through that. I can even do that here. Oh yeah, I get light through that, definitely. Oh, hey, I can actually see a little bit of sediment floating around in there. To me, that's good. Alright, let's fight through this head. It's definitely, it's not thick, but the mouthfeel is definitely not thin either. It is middle of the road. Artemis is back. All right. See, I get candy sweetness in the taste. definitely a dry finish, as it says. There's a little bit of bitterness. I don't think it's from the hops necessarily. I think some of those malts they're using is providing a little bit of a bitterness. But it is very much a very sweet beer. And I am very critical of brown ales myself. There are a few I like, but most I actually do not care for. I think I really like this one. I love that that's heads lacing the glass. And by the way, yes, I'm using a perfect pint from Sam Adams. I've got like 6 of these. They're really I have a few other pint glasses, but really this is what I use anymore. I used to have a lot of pint glasses, and I threw a lot of them away. I won't throw one of these away, but it's just because I like this one so much. And I got a few other variants on pint glass, but I generally try to use this one. Trying to see if I can't pick anything else out of there besides the malt. You know, you get the malty sweetness on the front. Really, you get that sweetness from the hop throughout, and on the end, you get more of a dryness from the malt, and that's leading to some bitterness. Because a malty beer at 32 IBU, you really won't taste much of the hop. But this is an incredibly well-made beer. I am very surprised it only gets a 3.5. Like I said, I just reviewed the Muju's Milk Stout a minute ago, and I did not like that one. And it could have been because it was possibly an older bottle, but since on the can or on the bottle it didn't say when it was bottled or a Best By date or anything, I can't tell you if it was any good. I mean, unfortunately, most breweries don't do that. And typically I'm not too upset with that, but it's only once in a while that I get a beer that I'm not sure if it's old or not. Generally speaking, they're pretty good dates on the beers that I get, or at least they still taste good, so I assume the dates are fine. I thought I saw it. I don't know what that number is, though. But yeah, honestly, this might be my favorite brown ale I have ever had. I'm curious where Carson's brewery is. I think it's an Iowa brewery. Be way wrong. It is Evansville, Indiana, is where they are from. It's fairly complex, but not overly. At the end of the day, it's a 5% beer. And there's not too much to this beer, but with what is there, they have done a damn good job. And for not being much of a brown ale fan, I might rate this over 4 stars. See, it's not just dry on the finish, though. It's dry throughout, but everything else kind of goes away by the finish. And so all you get is that dry, and it's a little bitter because of that. But rating. I still see things floating around in there. I can see the bubbles, but I got distracted earlier by being able to see things floating around. There's still a little bit. Yeah, I think I'll go about a 4.25 on this, which I am curious to see if that is my highest score for a brown ale. I typically try to avoid them, but this one has been a very pleasantly malty surprise. Of course, there should be a lot going on if you're using 7 different malts. Well, that is it for this episode of Let's Have a Pint. Prost.